We finally have our first look at the starter deck ST08 Flash of Radiance, the deck based on the Hathaway movie trilogy. Our last unit standing from the Perfume music video is at last revealed in full, the Kazai Gundam. The Kazai is a red level 9, cost 8 Mafta unit with 5/5 that links to Hathaway Noa, officially the highest level unit in the game. While you have no level 6 or higher units in play, the Kazai Gundam in your hand is reduced by 1 level and cost for each enemy unit in play. Additionally, when paired, deal 3 damage to the one highest enemy level unit of your choice. And then there's the man himself, Hathaway Noa. Hathaway is a red level 4 cost 1 Mafti and NEWTYPE pilot who gives +2/1. When paired to a Mafti unit, one of your Mafti units can choose to attack any damaged active enemy unit. Hathaway being lore accurate and giving other Mafta units a gun and saying go do a crime is fairly funny, but his effect relies on being put into a Mafta unit, and well, unfortunately we don't know enough about the other Mafta units in the set or the starter deck if they're good enough to run in red decks other than the Kazai, so we'll have to wait and see what the rest of his units can do, or at least see how they're statted. The Kazai Gundam, one half of the deck bosses, is a more complicated card to decipher. The card is very anti-aggro, or at least wide board, and punishes your opponent for going wide or having more units than you. If your opponent builds a full board of 6 units as fast as possible, and is especially prevalent in today's one-year war rush, the Kazai can come out as soon as turn 3 for 2 cost. It can even punish your opponent for building a whole wall of blockers. Now granted, its stats don't really make up for that level in cost, but it can at least cheat itself out early. Paired to Hefty, it turns it into a 7/6, which is at least fairly hefty. Its when paired effect is pretty standard for big red units. You'll just need to make sure that something is hurt by your other red cards by the time it comes out to pair for optimized plays. Sadly though, I'm not too impressed with the Kazai. It can cheat itself out early, which is fine enough, but for the high cost of the level, along with being the ping focused color, I expected something along the same footing as the Wing Zero, which it sadly isn't. Hopefully the rest of the new cards coming through in the starter can provide it with some more beneficial cards, because otherwise I don't see this being used a whole lot in general, even with the rising prevalence of big red white.